Next to arrive on track 5.
Okay, 117, he's running a bit late. It's train 2514 to Doylestown. And take a ride on it to Doylestown.
Next to arrive on track 5.
Okay, we're leaving Jefferson on 2514. What signal, what interlocking is that?
That is mark interlocking within Jefferson Station.
Okay. I don't normally shoot in the tunnel, but we got Engineer Trainee Bill sitting behind me. He's going to Jenkintown, and he's going to explain what we go through. Now the next interlocking is...
So we're coming up, we got a 15-mile-an-hour curve from the northern limits of Mark to the southern limits of Klein. Next thing you can see, it's a home signal for Klein.
Next stop, Temple University. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Temple University, ever heard of that place?
You know, spent a couple $1,000 there. I was a diploma on it. So this wayside here is these two waysides here are your home signals for Vine.
Okay.
You can't really see it, but it's a Vine. You go from one track, which is what we're on, to two to three, three to four. It's a giant X underground here in the tunnel.
Oh.
And then as soon as we clear the limits, we're up to 50. We come out as a rocket, all of our automatics.
Yeah, this is the famous Frank Rizzo Center City Tunnel.
Rizzo's before my time, but I know the Center City Community Tunnel replaced the Reading Terminal Tunnel, which is why we actually have two stations. We have Brown at milepost 1.6, which is how far west from the Reading Terminal, but 1.1 from the Reading Railroad side. So we're up to 50 here, all the way up until we get to Temple. We have another speed exception, then we drop down our speed, we're off 4.2 track and 16th Street.
Okay, coming out on a clear signal. Tracks to Reading Terminal.
Yeah, so right here is actually where Brown is, that milepost 1.0, that's northbound from Suburban. So the current milepost of 1.1 is the old milepost 1.6. That's where Brown is, we're on Brown Street.
And we passed Spring Garden Street back there, right?
Yep, right underneath the Spring Garden Street Expressway, Vine Street Expressway. Making our way through North Philadelphia right now, about to go over Gerard Avenue here.
Yeah, when are they going to start those damn trolleys?
That's above my pay grade and not my division.
We got some more files. Clear signals.
Septa 717 en route to Trenton there.
Yeah. What car number is this?
We are in number 8589.
Oh, okay, that's one of the units of 2 cars. Yeah, I love 727. That one was wicked.
I haven't seen 727.
I haven't seen it lately. I've been looking on the...
It's probably buried somewhere on one of the express trains.
Yeah. That Philadelphia Transit vehicle's site is really good. Signal 221 clear. Track 1, 2, 3, 4.
This stop,
Right,
Temple
left.
University Station. Watch the gap when exiting. Have your key cards or passes ready to tap at the turnstiles to exit the station.
Now remember, this is a little teeny station with wooden platforms.
Well, now it's one of the busiest non-traditional Center City stops.
Yeah.
Especially with Temple coming back almost fully in person.
Good deal. Got a clear at signal 241. You can point out where the Nicetown and Tioga stations used to be.
Sure.
Yeah. I think I know where they are. Well, one of them still has some concrete laying alongside it.
Yeah. Yep. Logan still has some concrete too.
Yeah. Yeah, glad I ran into you on this particular train.
And you know, just at the end of the day, just finishing up some lines and a couple more weeks and on to the next phase.
So when you get off at Jenkintown, you come back into town?
Go back into town and then I'm done for the day.
Oh.
So we have what us PCers call it breaking the rail coming up actually. On number 1 track, we're going to pass a yard. There's a non-interlocking electric lock switch. That is the salt track. Salt track's made for maintenance away equipment, like, you know, when we have snow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Next stop, North Broad. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
And it's not wired.
Oh, I've noticed that. Yeah, I often wonder what that was.
So we call it the salt track.
And we got an approach medium coming up. Now it's a clear. Signal 261.
So here's the
This stop,
switch for
North
salt
Broad.
track. That
Watch
yard
your
is
step
not
when
wired,
exiting.
and it is with Septa 3 dispatcher.
Yeah, this used to be a big station years ago. 2 long platforms in between the 2 tracks here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we got North Broad Station, then you have this set of automatics here, 291 and 294. These are your distance signals to 16th Street Junction.
Yep.
And then that second clear that you can see up ahead on 1 track is the home signal on number 1 track for 16th Street Junction.
Okay.
The other home signals for 2, 3, and 4 are in the catenary. Then you have 4 catenary coming south on the north side of the Chestnut Hill West Overhead Bridge. You have 2 signals in the catenary coming off the Norristown line. Then you have the North Philadelphia connection track. That's not wired.
No, I
Not
know.
part of the interlocking. It's actually interlocked at Lehigh coming in on the, off the Amtrak.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I wonder if they ever use that, but how could
They actually do. They store a lot of maintenance away equipment up there. Sometimes with the lodge train needs to get up there instead of running them all the way through Center City. They'll cross them all the way over to 16th Street and have them reverse up and take the North Philly connection to go down.
Huh. I imagine this isn't a very good place to work.
Then it cleared 16th Street.
Yep. And right up here is Amtrak. Yeah, this looks like a traditional Reading Company signal right here. With the horizontal light
Next stop,
fixtures.
Wayne
The only
Junction.
one I've seen
This is a
other than that
wheelchair accessible
coming off on
station.
number 1 track southbound in Wayne on the Doylestown.
Ah. There goes the Norristown line on the left. This is 16th Street.
Yep.
What do they call these slip switches or what?
Yes, these are double slopes.
Yeah, Reading was known for that. It is the Chestnut Hill West line up there. This bridge.
So so the Hill West Bridge here, and then your opposing home signals for 16th Street are right on the other side of Automax 351,
Yeah.
354.
Now where is Tioga?
So Tioga is going to be north of this automatic here. And then Doylestown is right where the home signals from.
Okay, you got an approach medium here.
So basic progression, we have cleared the approach medium. And then we're doing some track work in Wayne on the 1 track. So we get the approach medium on 394, then it crosses over from 1 to 2. Our diverting speed in Hunt is not exceeding 20 mile an hour. We have a medium clear on the 1 track. So right about here is where Tioga was.
Oh yeah. I know it's on the curve. Okay, we got a medium clear coming up.
Yep, these are your host signals for Hunt.
Hunt.
Hunt is remote controlled by Septa 3. And then going south, there's staggered limits. So what's interesting about Hunt is you can go all the way over from 1 track into Robert's Yard.
Yeah.
How it's designed is you can't go from the yard to number 3 because of how this switch was set up.
Huh. Well, this is Nicetown right here, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're on 3 or
On
2?
two.
2.
So from right to left, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then the Roberts Yard to the end.
And this silver line of 4 is coming out of Roberts Yard.
Yeah, it should be 9521.
Which is going to Thorndale. Okay.
That'd be 9525.
Okay, got an approach medium coming up.
So approach medium here at Wayne. Wayne's a little bit interesting. So you see that signal on the far left, the number 4 track?
Yeah.
It's a wayside. It's actually the CSX blue line. That's a home signal for Wayne.
Yeah.
We don't use that track, but it's there. In Wayne, you have your 4 to 3 crossover. You have a ladder going from 1 track all the way over to 4. Blue line comes into 4 track, and then that takes you to number 2 track on the middle east line.
So this is Wayne here, the interlock?
Yes.
Okay.
That intermediate on your left on number 4 track is part of Wayne. You have a dwarf coming out of Liberty Yard, which is also part of Wayne Interlock.
This stop, Wayne Junction. Watch the gap when exiting.
So that dwarf on the far right is part of Wayne. And then you have I've heard everything from the 3 little pigs to the 3 blind mice. You have 3 dwarfs on the number 1 track, which is on the far right, number 2, and number 3.
I see they got a bomber train stored here. I usually see it stored up at Fern Rock.
So they have 2 sets at Fern Rock. They have a set here at Wayne. They have another set at the north end of Carmel Side. They're doing that because over at Wayne Electric, they're doing a little bit of work on the coal track. The coal track is where if you look in front, you can see diesel number 70.
Yeah.
And the coal track is 2 tracks over on the outside of the building. That's length of the building. They're doing some work on the whole track, which is where they normally keep the wire train. Hence why they have a bomber here, and they're sometimes storing equipment on the coal track.
Uh-huh. I trust this signal here is a clear.
This is a clear.
Yeah, very much so.
Then there's sometimes you'll see a flashing yellow over a steady red. That is a new NORAD signal for approach.
Wow.
It used to be a Septa special instruction. Now it's a regular NORAD signal.
Interesting. So this is still Wayne up here.
We're still in Wayne all the way up until we get back over from the 1 to 2 crossover. And then we'll go 2 to 3 and 3 to 2. And then once you get past the catenary and the wayside, 2 and 3 track become 1 and 2 main. We'll be going north on 2, south on 1.
Next stop, Fern Rock
And this is what we call the
Transportation
18th Street
Center.
portion of Wayne.
This is a wheelchair accessible
So that
station.
opposing wayside, that catenary signal on your northward to Wayne on the main line.
What's the speed limit on the main line?
From the northern limit to Wayne, the southern limit to Jenkintown on number 1 and number 2 is not exceeding 60. The siding up here, which is NX siding, your reverting speed is 30. The speed on the siding is 15. Diverting from number 2 track main line over to the Class J single, it's 40. 60 mile an hour all the way up on the
Now what is that over? That's CSX over there.
That is the CSX Trenton side.
Yeah. The New York short line.
MCAP speed in Newtown.
Comes out into Chamonix, but it doesn't really connect until you get to TL.
We are interlocking CSX and Wood interlocking. Their CPTL interlocks with Wood on the 2 track there.
All right, got to proceed per cab at Newtown Junction. This is where the Fox Chase line goes off. There's the old tower on the right. There's a Fox Chase track and then CSX to the right of it.
The O track that joins us here. So from right to left, there's 0, 2, and 1.
They used to make baseball cards in that building.
And the old Fleer baseball club, which is getting turned into luxury lofts.
Huh. They're doing that with some buildings in Norristown, I recall.
Got a lot of those.
Yeah.
This stop, Fern Rock Transportation Center. Watch the gap when exiting.
Front Rock. There's another bomber.
So that regular rail on the 1 track side is Septa side. That's where whenever they get new subway cars would bring them up here, run them up on the Doylestown line.
Where are those old Brill cars? They're around here somewhere.
Right up top, all the way to number 1.
Oh yeah. That's a shame they don't restore those things.
And this is Tabor here.
Yep.
So there's a signal hidden on the O track that's a wayside, that's a home signal. You got the wayside here on 2 and the north on 1. And then your opposing home signals are on the north end. You got a wayside going south on 1, non-conforming wayside south on 2. And you can see Tabor is not complete because you can only go from the O2 to the 1 to the 2. You can't get from the O to 1.
Alright. Tabor interlocking.
And now we're getting territory that's controlled by Septa.
I think right here where this road veers off is where the old Fern Rock station used to be.
You would be correct.
Next stop,
Looks like it.
Jenkintown-Wyncote.
So what rule is it when you can run either way on either track?
We are in 261 territory,
Okay.
which means the track is signaled in both directions. And if you notice, unlike Long Island, which you know more than anybody, we have reduced aspect signals governing the route. We have what's called 562, which we are NORAD territory, which means that the only signals you will see are interlockings because we use entirely PTC related unit.
Yeah. Oh, Metro North is like that too. It's Melrose Park. Yeah, we're probably not going to meet our train at County today.
Actually, like,
Really?
even later going up there, we've been having issues with some freezing switches. So this is the first time in like 3 years it's been below 32 degrees.
First time you had this much snow in a couple of years.
Yeah, and apparently we're supposed to get 48 inches again tomorrow. So
Oh, I don't think we're getting as much. That's
you guys are gonna be busted.
Elkins Park. We're getting about maybe 1 to 3. Last time I checked. Now this is a model railroad
Yeah,
place?
that is the Cheltenham Hills Model Railroad.
Ah, Ogons.
Next interlocking coming up to Jenks South.
Yep. It's pretty up through here with the snow.
In the summertime, the water's actually blue running through the river.
I see a stairway here. That was
Yeah, there used to be a station. I forget what it was called. I'm sure you can find it somewhere running.
I think it might have been Ogons. I never noticed that before. And I've only gone up this line, what, 27 times?
You'd be surprised. I ride these tracks every day. I always find something new. We got a cab speed at Jenk South. We got a cab speed at Jenk. So
Yep.
Jenk South here, your movements are 2 to 1, 1 and 2. Then you have Jenk and Midlock. Then Jenk, you have Jenkintown Station.
So is Jenkintown the Wyncote line right between the two tracks?
Yes. So on the 2-track side is Jenkintown. On the 1-track side, which is the side to the left, is the Wyncote section of Cheltenham.
Yeah, right after we leave here, we go over the 2 busiest railroad crossings on Septa Regional Rail.
So we got the approach,
This stop,
approaching approach sign, and approaching approach
Jenkintown-Wyncote.
speed limit sign.
Watch your
Because they have
step when
a
exiting.
135 in effect on the Shamley line due to some track work.
Oh.
We got another field trip, it looks like.
Ah.
Lots of people getting certified on tracks here at Septa.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, enjoy the rest of your trip to Doylestown. This is where I will leave you.
All right, it's good to see you again, Bill.
Take it easy.
All right.
Tell Conductor Paul I'll be up to see him probably when I get the boat.
Okay.
Jenkintown.
Interlocking up ahead is Jenkin. West Trent line on the right. Main line to Lansdale Doylestown on the left. Since we don't have Engineer Trainee Bill with us, I'll put graphics in to explain the road crossings and the overhead undergrade bridges. Our first railroad crossing.
Next stop, Glenside.
Nice K3L, K3LA.
This stop, Glenside. Watch your step when exiting.
I know this interlocking here is Carmel. There we. All right, we got a stop signal at Carmel interlocking. Might be waiting for a train down from Warminster. Here he comes. He comes off the branch in front of us. Should be getting the signal shortly. We got yet another bomber train in the siding here at Carmel.
Next stop, North Hills.
Oh no, that's the Warminster branch on the right.
This stop, North Hills. Watch your step when exiting. How you doing today?
Doing yourself?
Next stop, Orland.
Always wanted to do a Doylestown train in the snow. There's more snow on the ground here now than Philadelphia has seen in over a couple of years. Last winter it would have been impossible to get a snow scene like this. And there's only like a few inches.
This stop, Orland. Watch your step when exiting.
Doylestown line has always been a favorite of mine, and I've been foaming at the mouth to do one in the snow. This is great.
Next stop, Fort Washington. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
bridge here is the old Trenton cutoff, and right behind it is the Pennsylvania Turnpike.
This stop, Port Washington. Watch the gap when exiting.
I don't know if you heard him, but Engineer Trainee Bill was saying about 106 people trying to qualify on these lines, and I didn't realize they use my videos as a training aid so much. Glad to be of service for the railroad and workers.
Next stop, Antler. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Ah, nice straight stretch of track here. South of Lansdale, there's a few crossings here and there. North Wales has a whole bunch around the station.
Watch the gap when exiting.
Quite a few on the Doylestown branch itself, though. Station is Ambler.
Watch your step when exiting.
I have a lot of Welsh-inspired names up here. Penlyn, Gwynedd Valley, and North Wales. Got an interlocking here. Have to look that up.
Next stop, Gwynedd Valley. This stop, Gwynedd Valley. Watch your step when exiting.
Gwynedd Valley. Nice winter wonderland here. Generally the Philadelphia area and the surrounding counties, like up to Bucks County and whatnot, got about maybe anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow. It's not a lot of snow, but it's enough to make it look pretty. Enough for me to scoop clean with a shovel, running through it, instead of shoveling that heavy weight from a blizzard. And they're expecting more snow tomorrow.
Next stop, North Wales. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Soon we'll be going through Gwynedd Cut. Here's the cut right here. Yeah. It snowed here Tuesday, and Wednesday yesterday was in the 20s, so it didn't have much of a chance to melt. Today's only slightly warmer. If we're lucky up in Doylestown, the temperature will soar up to the freezing mark. we're approaching North Wales. A lot of railroad crossings to blow the horn for here.
This stop, North Wales. Watch the gap when exiting.
Alright, we got Pembroke coming up and Lansdale. This track is straight as an arrow
Next
all the way
stop,
to, into
Pembroke.
Lansdale.
This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Banby ran in front.
This stop, Pembroke. Watch your step when exiting.
是大楼没有到哦。中央机过去了吗？再看一下。看一下啊。
Pembroke.
哦，那就成功了下嘛。哦，过了。波尔坎，波尔坎。很波尔坎。哎呦，这怎么一下倒了？
Next stop, Lansdale. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Had the fortune of meeting some really great Septa Regional Rail people on train 710 down from Trenton and this 2514 up to Doylestown. And the track on the left coming in is the CSX Stony Creek branch. After the crossing, we switch on to the Doylestown branch.
This stop, Lansdale. Watch your step when exiting.
Exit down here for Lansdale.
Lansdale.
Next stop, 9th Street, Lansdale. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Yeah, from here to Doylestown, it's a single track line pretty much, except for the controlled siding between county and school. We should be meeting an opposing train at that siding.
This
We're
stop,
running late, so he may be
Lansdale.
waiting for us there.
Watch the gap when exiting.
See a little used furniture along the track here.
Next stop, Fortuna.
This is the only freight customer on the branch. Served by the Pennsylvania Northeastern nocturnally. lot of people are, I've seen today, wearing Eagles clothing. I mean, I have an Eagles jacket, a couple of Eagles jackets, an Eagles cap. But the way they finished the season this year, I put all that stuff away. I'm wearing my Phillies hat today. Bring on the baseball. Can't believe a team like the Eagles started out the season 10-1, and they just fell apart. They just look like a Bush League football team, some high school football team. Lost to teams with losing records? Oh, God. People back on Long Island and the New York metro area are always getting on my case, criticizing me, calling me a turncoat for rooting for Philadelphia teams. Hey, it is what it is, folks. Nuts to the naysayers. Looking ahead, I can see our opposition is approaching.
This stop, Colmar. Watch the gap when exiting.
What will probably happen is that opposing train will hold the main, and we'll run through the siding from county to school and out the other end. Many past runs, we've had to sit there for several minutes waiting for the opposing train to show up.
Next stop, Link Belt. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Up until the pandemic started, they ran pretty much half-hourly off-peak service as far as link belt. It was easy to do that because they didn't have to worry about any meets. But since the pandemic, they stopped that. Now it's pretty much hourly in the off-peak. Weekdays anyway. On the weekends, I think it's every 2 hours. But don't quote me. Yeah, he's holding the main set of Silverliner 4s.
This stop, Link Belt. Watch the
Silverliner
gap when
4s.
exiting.
Well, the engineer on 710 was telling me that he didn't think the Silverliner 5 would last more than another 3 or 4 more years. All right, proceed per cab. Through the siding we go. Interlocking coming up is county.
Next stop, Chalfont. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
Right on through, out the other end.
Yeah, cut it close.
Yeah, well, you're late, that's why it was.
I know. And later we would have had to wait a lane.
You only have to sit here for like 5 or 6 minutes. Oh, look at those beautiful General Electric Silverliner 4s. Ooh. Do you detect a little sarcasm in that last statement? All right, here comes school interlocking. All right, got a clear shot into Doylestown now. We should get into Doylestown around 2:40-ish. I'll have about an hour and a half to kill to walk around the beautiful town. Take some video. Seeing Doylestown in the snow should be pretty. It's a gorgeous town, gorgeous college town. Lots of shops, restaurants. It's got a few castles. County seat of Bucks County.
This stop, Chalfont. Watch the gap when exiting.
Chalfont.
wheelchair accessible station.
I saw a bald eagle down there along the river there. Well, here's a crossing that was recently worked on.
stop, Newbury. Watch the gap when exiting.
Seeing a lot of interesting birds flying around here. They look like a red-tailed hawk. Approaching Delaware Valley University.
This stop, Delaware Valley University. Watch the gap when exiting.
You know, you talk about hawks. They are ravenous birds. My mother and sister were sitting in the kitchen and they looked out the backyard. There were a bunch of sparrows eating from the bird feeder, and a hawk came down and ripped several of them to shreds. Ay, ay, ay. Not all birds get along together, apparently. Okay, our next and final stop is Doylestown, Pennsylvania, county seat of Bucks County. I love this spot.
Next and last stop, Doylestown. This is a wheelchair accessible station.
That is beautiful. Man, tons of Canadian geese up there on that hill there. The overhead bridge is Pennsylvania Route 611. This interlocking is long. It's like a lead into the yard here. Okay, this is a slow approach signal as we make our final approach to Doylestown. This interlocking here is Doyle.
Doylestown is the last stop on this train. Watch your step when exiting.
One station track here and 4 yard tracks. Beautiful ride. Probably the best one I've ever taken on this line. I've taken many. A little bit of time. I got 2:41. I got 90 minutes before I go back to town. Take a little stroll around this beautiful Doylestown, Pennsylvania community, standing alongside Ashland Street, a block from the train station. A lot of historic buildings in this town. And here's the building right here, Doylestown Agricultural Works. Always loved this town. Left, you see the Mercer Museum, and that striking stone building is Fonthill Castle. Man, oh man, that is gorgeous. Get a closer look at these buildings. And we're on South Main Street now, just south of downtown. Tell you what, the snow on the ground, it really looks beautiful. Too bad it's not Christmas time anymore. This is the McGill Schoolhouse, built in 1820. Here's another look at it. Well, here's the heart of Doylestown, on the corner of Main and State Streets. Looking down State Street, right outside the County Theater in Doylestown. Strolling uphill along Main Street. I've eaten in this place on Main Street a few years ago. Had excellent service from an excellent server. I have fond memories and unfond memories of this place. This used to be called B. Maxwell's. Now it's simply called Maxwell's on Main. Nice place. I went here once with my wife when we first started courting. The food was so good and she ate too much, I practically had to carry her back to the train station. And that's a long walk from here, kind of. A little historical tidbit. Beautiful old homes here on Main Street, just north of downtown. Oh, here's the General W.W.H. Davis house. Tells you a little something about this residence. One of Doylestown's finest citizens. On the corner of Court Street and Broad Street. Endless historic buildings here. Endless. Well, here's the Mrs. Thomas Doyle house, which was built in 1855. Here's the Doylestown Presbyterian Church and Cemetery, which was established in 1804. That is just a gorgeous sight with the snowfall. Oh, here's the Nathan James Plaza building on North Main Street. On State Street east of Main Street, this is the Doylestown Inn, established in 1902. On the corner of Court, State, and Clinton is the Landmark Building, the tallest building in Doylestown, built in 1869. Everywhere you turn in this town, you find something historic. One of the better bookshops you'll find anywhere. Well, here's the train station in Doylestown. Before I get on the train back to Philly, this was built back in 1871. They have a barber shop in there now. And look what I'm riding back to Philly on.